Hi, so today I want to review this is the new Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Supercharged Foundation. And this is 1 fluid ounce, 30 milliliter, which is pretty standard for liquid cream foundation. And I'm in the shade in 22 Bisque Light. I can say that this is a really good spot-on match for my complexion. Um, it's pretty rare because I actually purchased this during the Sephora VIB Friends and Family 20% off sale. Retail price for this is $48 because I bought this during the sale, and I also bought through Ebates, which you get cash back. So I think I saved about like $8 or $7, and then I also got almost $2 cash back from purchasing this. So I saved about like almost $10 from this foundation because $48 for a bottle of foundation is really pricey. I think this might be the most expensive foundation I've ever purchased, but I've heard a lot of people talking about this, and I've also got requests to review this foundation, and I also want to try this out myself. So I decided to get this, and I have to say that I already wore this couple of times, and I really like this. I heard mixed reviews about this foundation. I understand that this is like a light to medium, slightly medium coverage foundation, so it's really not for people who are looking to conceal and cover a lot of imperfections like what I'm having right now. But the thing is that I actually really like this. First of all, it's in a glass bottle. That's always good. And it comes with a pump, so it's sanitizing and it's convenient. The packaging itself looks pretty sleek and simple. And I like how the bottle is not like round, it's more like an oval shape, and it's kind of flat. So you can probably take this for travel. It's not like super heavy. There's a bit of like space here for excessive glass material over here, and it's this like foggy kind of glass. But like I said, it's not like heavy weight, and compared to those more rounded bottles, I think I prefer something like this. It's flat, so you can lay down like this in your travel bag. I still think that you can take this to go without being too bulky or anything. I apply this with one layer. Usually I apply 1.5 pumps of this foundation on the back of my hands, and I really like to use this foundation with the e.l.f. small stippling brush. So if you have a larger stippling brush, something that's like this dual fiber brush, I think it's really good because you can tap the product in and then give it more coverage, and then once you blend out, it's very sheer and it's really nice and natural. So the pros is that this foundation is very lightweight. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything on my face. It has this very natural finish to the skin. As you can see, it looks like your skin but better. It's not really a dewy finish, which is good because some foundations has a very dewy finish, and which is just like a bit like too shiny or glowy. That's not good for combination to oily skin. I think this works really well on, I think, people with normal skin, combination to dry, or combination to oily. But if you're really dry, I think that you need to use a good moisturizer as a base. And if you're really oily, you need to use a primer and also set it with powder. I have no problem using this foundation without a setting powder in very cold weather when my skin is a little bit drier than normal. But if the weather is kind of like slightly above, let's say 55 degrees or 50 degrees, if the weather is hotter, then I notice shine by like the end of the day or halfway through. I'll notice shine in my T-zone area and a little bit on my cheek area. Then I have to set it with a powder if I'm wearing this in the hotter climate, like hotter weather. But I have no problem wearing this without setting it with a powder in colder weather. So I think this foundation is really good for me personally in the winter time. Because it gives me this really nice hydrated, healthy, natural finish without adding too much glowiness, but it also kind of hydrates my skin so you don't see any dry patches. I also use a moisturizer and the sunscreen. So the cons for this foundation is that it's a sheer to light to slightly medium coverage. It is buildable, but it's not to the point that it will conceal severe like rosacea, like redness, such as like something like this pimple is really red. I went over with a second layer and it still didn't conceal that redness, but it evens out the skin tone, and also it doesn't have a sunscreen. Also, if there's a sunscreen in this foundation, maybe the finish will be a little bit more dewy, because sunscreen also reflects light in flash photography, so maybe it will look a little less natural. It'll be a little bit more glowy or greasy. So I will put a sunscreen underneath this foundation. Or if you have a setting powder or mattifying powder, foundation powder that has SPF built in, then you can use that to set this foundation. But other than that, this is really lightweight. I just like how it matches my skin tone like completely. I've read some reviews about this oxidize a little bit. I don't have problem with that. It doesn't oxidize on my skin, and I just like how it matches my complexion like almost perfectly, which is crazy because I never really test this foundation out in the store. And I just went with the description of the foundation on Sephora.com, and I also try to look for swatches online. So I'm pretty happy that this is a pretty dead-on match for me, because right now my skin is in this transition where it's not too pale, not too tan from the sun, and also as you can see, I still have a lot of skin issues, and this covers up majority of them except for these stubborn spots. Like I said, I still need to use a concealer after that, but I'm having a bad skin day again because my skin problem right now is like on and off. I get better for like 2-3 days, and then last night it just like had an outbreak again. So now my skin's like messed up again, and I'm having like painful bumps all over this chin area, and then including this one. So I thought that I'll demonstrate this when my skin's like the worst, so you can see how much it can cover. So like I said, this is a light to medium coverage. It is buildable, and I really like the finish. As you can see, it's I don't know, it's like I guess it's not really like a satiny finish. Like I just don't feel like I'm wearing anything, which is crazy, and I don't feel greasy, I don't feel heavy. This has a very, very, very faint scent, very, very faint. That's almost unnoticeable. So I like how compared to the Chanel Aqua Lumia that I reviewed earlier, that one has a much stronger scent, and I think it wasn't good for my skin. So I actually think this is pretty nice. I would say this is a pretty decent long wearing makeup like foundation, I've wore this to work pretty much like from morning to the end of the day, and I don't notice any shiny problems or like excessive oil. Like I said, on the colder, windier weather, on a colder day. But if the weather gets a bit warmer, I tend to get shiny, and probably due to sweat or something like that. But it also has something to do with the fact that I wear sunscreen underneath, so that might be an issue. But other than that, I can totally wear this in the colder month every day, and it will have just really natural finish, and I don't notice that this foundation breaks me out, which is a good thing. I don't feel like my skin gets irritated if I don't take off this foundation like by the end of the night, or because I will probably just keep on wearing this, and since I don't have a problem with that, I'll keep on wearing this, and then it actually looks really good on I like this because I feel like it looks as good as how I put it on initially in the morning by the end of the day. So basically I don't really notice any difference, and I like that. So there's no need to touch up or anything. Yeah, like I said, but that's only for like colder months, not for something that's like in the hot weather. I definitely can't wear this in the summer, I know that for sure. But I do like this foundation. I think it's really good. The texture is sort of like it's a liquid foundation. It's not too runny, so it's not like too thin, too liquidy. And they said it's like a genius, like a gel texture. I don't think it's much of a gel texture. I don't know, but it's definitely like I don't know. It definitely feels a bit richer than some of the other liquid foundation that's like really runny once you put on the back of your hands. This also allows you time to kind of work around the face and without setting it too fast. But once it sets and doesn't really move around. That's when I notice. That's why I said it's good for people who with like normal skin, combination to dry or combination to oily. So I think people who have these like skin types that can totally use this. But if you, like I said, if you're on the really drier side or on the really oily side, either use a powder or a primer or a moisturizer. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, I think, yeah, like I said, I recommend this. I think that before you break your bank and like break your wallet and purchase this really expensive foundation, get a sample from the store and try it out on yourself to see if you like it or not. Because it is really pricey, $48. And if you like it, I suggest wait until like Black Friday is coming up, Cyber Monday is coming up, holidays coming up, or wait until you get like discounts or things like that, and then buy it through like eBay. It's something that you can get like a cashback, so you don't feel like you spend so much money on a bottle of foundation. I saw the review from from Judy. Judy was like, it's Judy time, or she reviewed this foundation, and I think that she said that she think this foundation is good for like special occasions. She wouldn't wear it every day because it's so pricey, and I can understand where she's coming from. Like I said, I also think that I will only use this in the colder month, but I wouldn't wear this year round. It wouldn't suit my skin in the hotter weather. So yeah, I definitely think this is a really nice splurge. If you want something really nice for like special occasions, or for when your skin's going through a transition and you don't know how to like use proper products for your face or something like that. And that's why I really like this. I think it's perfect right now, right now when it's like around like 30-40 degrees in New York City. I think it's perfect for my skin. And yeah, I think I give a pretty extensive review on this particular foundation because I know people want to know about this. So I hope you find this helpful. And yeah, let me know. I have a few more foundations for reviews that are coming up. So, and then let me know if there's anything else, like concealer wise or whatever, that you want me to review. Comment down below. And thank you very much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.